support Ohio businesses and CEOs? Do you support Ohio's lowest wage earners, and will support President Obama's call for an increase in minimum wage?
Well, first of all, isn't that a federal issue?
You need to lend your voice to it.
Well, I lend my voice to enough here today. Okay. I'm not. Look, we want everybody to make more money. I will tell you how people are going to make more money. Get better education. That's the key to this great divide that we have. And let me tell you, whether it is money for food banks, whether it is taking people from who are severely disabled and giving them a chance to be at someplace other than a sheltered workshop, whether it was the mandating of autism coverage on our companies to help people who are in need, we've done all of that. And to me, the single best thing that we can do to get people out of poverty is to get them an education and make sure we have an environment that creates jobs. So I'm not trying to avoid your question. In the past, when I was in the Congress, I didn't vote for the higher, maybe the last time I might have, I don't remember. But the real concern about just raising it is, do you put your unskilled people out of work? Because when businesses take a look at the total amount of money they have for salary, who loses if those costs go up? So, look, I think they'll work this through the Congress and figure out where they are. But I am committed totally to making sure that people who have lived in the shadows get an opportunity to rise. And I think the record shows that we've done that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, sir. I'll get the press later.
Let me just say,
the formal press. Well, we're here with the press, but then I mean the press of the press. Okay. Yes, sir.
I'm going to say I voted for you, and I'm happy to do so, and hope to be able to do it again sometime soon.
Does anybody have a cigar? Give them a
regards to the sales tax.
Yeah.
And I know it's been said, if you're a lawyer, you should never ask a question you don't already know the answer to.
Yeah.
Do you know of another state where this similar proposal has been done and was successful, where they both broaden the sales tax base and reduce income tax on business and individuals?
I think there are maybe 3 or 4 states that currently tax some services. I'm not an expert in this. I've never been one to say, hey, what's the other guy doing? Okay, but let me tell you what's happened in Ohio. You know we do tax a number of services already. Did you know that? And you know why we tax them? You know why the legislature taxed them? To fill a budget hole. Okay, to fill a budget hole. Ultimately, these services are going to get taxed. It's just a matter of whether they're going to be taxed by somebody who's pushing for a tax increase in Ohio, or whether it's somebody that's trying to figure out how to lower the taxes that mean the most for our economic growth. So, look, I understand. Look, you have a process here where you have a bill in the legislature. All the special interests will go down there. Maybe they'll win. Wouldn't that be a great outcome, huh? Special interests win again. One of the things we have to realize in this state is if all we think about is ourselves, we're not going to do better. We have this medical corridor where these hospitals that have never worked together are now together, and we're able to put ourselves in a position where we're going to be able to do backup imaging together. There's a chance we're going to do more clinical trials because they're working together. These hospitals, these universities and community colleges, they're working together. They gave up some of their own skin. Think about this. They have agreed that over the next few years they will transition to a program where if they don't graduate students, 50% of their costs are gone. That's a pretty big deal. So what I say is, this thing can be tweaked. Nothing is in concrete. But if at the end of the day we fail, I'm not failing. We're just going to fail to be able to move the state of Ohio in a more aggressive way in terms of jobs. See, I really believe when you look around the state, you think about energy. And by the way, we are raising the severance tax on energy companies who are paying 20 cents on an $80 or $90 barrel of oil. It will go to 4%. Over in North Dakota, where they have this oil boom, they tax about 8%. Modernizing the severance tax is the right thing to do, so people in Toledo can benefit from something happening in the eastern part of the state. But our energy possibilities are great. Our manufacturing, our healthcare, our IT, it's all good. And the more that I can pitch that Ohio is on the move, and what is it? We've broadened our taxes, we've lowered our rates, we've brought down income taxes, we're helping small businesses. Think about a message like that I delivered to a CEO who doesn't live in Ohio. I believe it's powerful. That's why I'm for it.